Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of The Source. We got college football going on right now. And as of right now, we are 5-1 on our top 7 bets with only North Carolina +6 remaining. So we'll see how that turns out. In this video, though, we're moving on to Saturday. We're talking Oklahoma versus Oklahoma State. Huge game in the Big 12. Let's do it.
Welcome to The Source. The Source. The Source. Hey, get the Source.
All right, we got the Sooners on the road here at Oklahoma State. The line is OKST -3.5. Bets are even, but look at the sharps. There's some sharps leaning towards Oklahoma State. 65% of the money on OK State. This is as of Monday morning. Yo, so check it out, though. The money does not stop there. It keeps coming in on Oklahoma State, and the books do react to it. It goes from 3.5 up to 4. We're now up to Oklahoma State -4.5, and the money is still pinned on the Cowboys. So, seems like the sharps are on Oklahoma State, and they don't care if it's 3.5 or 4.5. So let's cap this game. If you subscribe to this channel, you already know the first step. We're running the numbers through the spreadsheet. According to the analytics, and check this one out, the line for this game should be Oklahoma State -9 and change. So that's a full 5-point lean on Oklahoma State there, according to the numbers. All right, let's run through a quick breakdown of this game. And a huge thing that pops out here is Oklahoma on the road so far this season. They've only played 3 games against Big 12 opponents on the road. None of them were they dominant in. I mean, they go to Kansas State. They only squeaked that one out by 6 points. Then they go to Kansas, the worst team in the Big 12. They only win that game by 12. Then they go to Baylor and get their asses kicked by 13. So Oklahoma on the road, definitely not the Oklahoma we've come to know over recent years. Now, one thing that should get you fired up if you're betting here is the defense. At home, on the road, doesn't matter. This defense has been good as hell all year. In fact, they are number one, first in every single statistical category in the Big 12, except red zone percentage, which is important. But every single category except red zone percentage, they are first in the conference. So you got an Oklahoma team, right? That's shaky on the road, traveling to Oklahoma State to play an Oklahoma State team that plays unbelievable defense at home. So right off the bat, before we dig any deeper, I can tell you I'm probably going to bet the under at 50. Now, like I said, this Cowboy defense, this Oklahoma State defense has been good as hell at home. In fact, nobody in the Big 12 is coming close to Oklahoma State when they're at home. Nobody has come within single digits this entire year in the Big 12. You got 31-20 over Kansas State, 24-14 over ranked Baylor, 55-3 over Kansas, 63-17 over TCU. Listen, this team is undefeated at home and is showing no signs of slowing down at home. But the question is, they haven't played Oklahoma yet. Is this team good enough at home where you trust them to lay 4.5 points to Oklahoma? Now, it's one thing to lay 3.5, but when you make the jump to 4.5, you include 4 in there. 4 is a pretty frequent margin of victory in college football. So that makes it a lot more difficult, and honestly, I'm not comfortable doing it. I think 4.5 is a shitty number, and I'm going to take the Sooners here. Give me Oklahoma +4.5. I'm taking the dog here. I think Oklahoma's going to find a way to win this game with Caleb Williams, even though Oklahoma State's pass rush at home is insane. Caleb Williams has been showing us more and more mobility every single week. You saw he had like a 70-yard touchdown run against Iowa State last week. This kid's still getting better, and I'm putting my faith in them. Let's go Oklahoma. Final ticket posted on KyleKirms.com at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. It'll have my bet of the day, top 7 bets, parlay of the day, probably 2 parlays of the day, actually, we'll see. And every single bet I'm making in all of college football and every single sport, posted right on KyleKirms.com. Also, if there's any crazy last-minute changes, injury updates, money movements, line shift, anything like that, I will definitely put it on my Instagram story, Twitter, and Facebook, so make sure you check one of those 3 platforms before you place your bets. College football Saturday is here, and I'm feeling a big one. Let's make some money. I'll talk to you on Twitter.